Hello guys, it's Castaway Trader, and today I'm introducing you my new and efficient tool which I called Price Projections by W.D.Gann. So why a trader needs to apply projection tool? Because every trader actually needs to guess what will happen in the future, and specifically we want to know where a price move down will hit a strong support or when a move up could hit a strong resistance. So what is the time when you need just to sell your long position? What is the time that it's better to cover your short position? And this is how it works. So W.D.Gann was a legendary trader, and you can read about him a lot. I'm not gonna waste your time on that, so that information is widely available on the web. Let's get to the core of that video. So the core idea is that W.D.Gann found a way how he can find a hidden structure behind price moves. And this is a great example. So we are looking at the chart of S&P 500, and we are looking at the all-time high which was made on June 4, 2022. You can see I peak 1 point. So that indicator for TradingView allows you to apply wisdom left by W.D.Gann and the formulas he created for so-called square of 9 wheel, and apply it to your chart, which will only take you one click. So all you have to do is just to manually pick the starting point. So if you're expecting a move down, you pick the top, and if you expect a move down, you pick the bottom. If you pick a top of in S&P 500 made in January 2022, you get a web of levels, and look how well price actually reacted to those levels. You can see that the first important level is 90 degrees down, and basically you could have got all those levels at the moment then that high was made. This is why the tool is much more efficient and it's much more easier to use than widely available Fibonacci extension tool. So in Fibonacci extension tool, you would need to pick 3 points on the chart: the top, the bottom of the first move down, and the third point, the top of the pullback. And using those 3 points, you can try to guess where the next move down will follow. So Gann was much more smarter, so he found a way how we can find the real target for the whole move down based only on one number, the number that shows the top made by price. Before we continue, I want you to read that important disclaimer: past results are not indicative of future profits. So every trader knows Fibonacci projection tool. Application of the Fibonacci extension tool requires you to learn the correct way to pick 3 points at the chart, and it will require you to practice using that indicator and learn specific ratios that work. The Gann level indicator is way better, first because it's much easier to use it than the Fibonacci tool. You only need to pick one starting point, either the low made by price or the high made by price, and it's much more accurate than the Fibonacci tool or pivots. So let's come back to the chart of S&P 500. What you need to understand that we always look for several levels, and those levels were identified by Gann. So he called them 90 degrees down, 180 degrees down, 270 degrees down, 360 degrees down, 540 degrees down, or 720 degrees down. So the most important levels of support and resistance will always be 360, 540, 720. But you should understand that every big move starts from small moves. This is why when you start expecting a move down, you focus on 45 degrees down and 90 degrees down. And look, once price drops to 90 degrees down, immediately you get a strong pullback. So when you got that strong pullback, so basically you can start disregarding that level, and you can focus on the next level. So it's like a stair step down. Price keeps hitting one Gann level, it pops up to the previous one, it drops to another Gann's level, pops to another one, drops again, finds solid support, and comes back up again to the previous level. So the most important law every trader should know, that once a support gets broken, it turns into a resistance. So this is why when you actually try to guess where price on the way down will find support, you get an additional bonus. Those support levels will turn into resistance levels, and look at that point and that point and that point, that point, that point. So you get a web of levels, and price just keeps bouncing between those levels. And that indicator would make it easier for you to use it because it draws levels. Here you see numbers. In addition, you get that spreadsheet in the right upper corner that shows you those levels. The same principle applies when price goes up. You just need to pick one starting point, a local or major low, you never know how important low was made, and you start expecting a move down. And here, look, again, the first important target for a move up would be 90 degrees up. You see, price popped to 90 degrees and then dropped strongly. So when you get a negative reaction from 90 degrees, but price still comes back up and starts building a base here, you can expect that price would make another push up to the next Gann's levels. And again, that same point and projections of that point provides you with the next level. And here you see another level, 38.75. Again, we are looking at the chart of S&P 500, the low made in October 2022. And again, that number, only one number, the price that was recorded at the low, and Gann's formulas provide you with a map of levels. So this is your roadmap. So you may expect where price will hit resistance. Look, it hit 180 degrees several times and it kept bouncing off that level. So you could have shorted here and keep covering this profit. Once that level is exhausted, you can expect that when price comes back up, it will most likely break out. And what would be the next target? That would be the next Gann's levels, and after 180 degrees up, they will be 270 degrees up. So this is 180, this is 270. And look what happened. Price popped, it got rejected, it dropped hard, it came back, got rejected again, dropped hard. And when price gets rejected of one Gann's level of resistance, you can expect that it will come back to the previous level of resistance, because the trader's main law says the broken level of resistance turns into a strong support. And not all the time price will respect those levels. It may slice through, but it got rejected here. You could expect a drop, your target will be here, and you will be able to cover your short with a nice profit. And here you can see that price sliced through to 70 degrees because that level got tested twice, so you can no longer expect, so it got tested third time, and you see pullback got really small. So here you could expect that the next move up would finally be successful. Price overshoot, came back, retested it from above, and that was the starting point, the great long point. But price could not move up, so it broke under, and then it came back up, retested from below, another good short opportunity. Where would you expect the price to go? You would expect it to come back down to the previous Gann's level of resistance. So it keeps jumping from one level to another one. So it drops here, finds support, and you see it got rejected first time, it came back, make a higher low, and once it gets over that level, you can go long. You go long, you expect what? At least price would come back to the next Gann's levels from 180 degrees up to 270 degrees. So this is S&P 500 chart. You go to indicators, invite only scripts, and the indicator is called Gann's Levels. This is a proprietary indicator, and you will not be able to see it and use it unless I give you an access, and I'll explain later in this video how you can get a subscription to that indicator. So when you apply that indicator to the chart, you see the notification. Start from manually picking a starting point. So let's come back to that major top that was made in January 2022. You pick it. By default, the indicator looks for resistance levels. To change that, you double click and you see the first point in the menu. It's called Find Targets. You click it and you pick for a decline. And then you change label size from normal to large. It's up to you, but because I record the video, I will pick large size of labels. And here you get all those levels drawn. You can see that nice reaction to 90 degrees down. You can see where 90 degrees down turned from support into the resistance. And you can see that 270 degrees down of the January 2022 low became a very strong support that got tested 3 times, and it triggered a corrective rally. And look where that rally topped at 90 degrees. It's like a hidden map nobody sees, but it's out there. And Gann left a powerful tool for us that allows us to discover that map and use that map for our benefit. Now look, for example, price drops here, and when it drops and it starts making bottoms, you expect a nice strong move up. So what you need to do, you just click it and you just drag it to that starting point. And in order to see potential targets for a move up, again you go to the very first point in the menu and you change for a decline just to a rally, and immediately you see levels of resistance. And you can expect that the first move up will be 90 degrees, and you see that price slice through it. So then your next target would be 135 degrees. You can see that price went to 135 degrees, got only one rejection. So once it's broken, you can expect that if price goes over, it comes back, retests it, goes up again. This is your long setup. You go long because you expect that the price will hit the next level, 180 degrees. And finally it got there and you close your long position. For example, you want to know where it can go from that top. Again, you click that indicator, you can click any element of the indicator, and you drag in that line to pick another starting point. You want to see where it can go down, where support levels will be. You change it in the menu and look, so 360 degrees, it's a very important level. 360 degrees, it's like 365 days of a year. This is what Gann used to call the full cycle. This is why that level, 360 degrees up or down, will always be the most important level you will be watching. And 720 degrees, 2 cycles, should always be on your radar. And you can see that a move up from the March 22 high to May 22 was exactly 1 cycle down, and look at a strong reaction of that level. Let's move our starting point to the next low made in June 2022. Again, what do you expect? That price would jump to at least to 90 degrees up, and here you can see that price did that. It jumped to 90 degrees and even overshot it to the next level, which is 135 degrees. So here you can see that the indicator can show you only 2 first levels, or you can make it show you more levels. To do that, you go to the second point in the menu, show table of levels, and instead of short, you click full, and you get all the levels. And look, we got rejection of 135. You would expect price to drop 1 level lower to 90 degrees. It dropped, popped up again, found the same resistance reaction. It dropped again. The most important basically setup here was when price went over 135 and came back and retested it from above. So that was your long setup. and you would expect that it will first get to the next level and then to another level. So those levels would be your milestones. Would be your hidden map, hidden for everybody else, not you. This is how you can get access to the indicators. So this is my website, castawaytrader.com. You can see proprietary indicators, you click it, and you can read information about indicators. To get more information, you click learn more, and you get to the catalog of my indicators. Let's come back to the Gann Levels indicator, learn more. You can read and see some examples. You click get access now, and you get to the page castawaytrader/indicator/rates, where you can see description of different plans available. Every plan provides you with 7-day free trial. So if you don't like indicators, just let me know. I will cancel your subscription and I will issue the full refund. That was a short introduction of my new and very cool and efficient indicator, which I called Price Projection by W.D.Gann. Please subscribe to my YouTube channel. I'm going to record more videos explaining how you can trade with Z indicators based on levels calculated using formulas created by W.D.Gann. Have a good trading.